What's going on, YouTubers? Game 3, EGidra, ROOTMinigun, Dream Alter LE. Let's do it. He is going to be green, as he has been this entire time, and he looks like ROOTMinigun is going to be switching up to the red, as teal kind of gave him bad luck last game. So I'm very excited to see this. I love Dream Alter. It's a huge map, great for macro for both any players at all. So we'll do not be surprised to see early expansions from both of them. If we see any early aggression, I would be surprised. Completely caught off guard. So let's see what happens here. Throwing that pylon out there early. Let's see what happens. Our pylon probe, but he's probably going to drop a pylon. I wouldn't be surprised. Kind of holding off, and there's the pylon at the lower ground in that safe natural expansion. So that's another thing I love with this map, is you get a very safe, natural, very easy to expand to. And if you decide you want to expand, I have said this a million times, I'm going to say it again, it's much easier to expand here and take out these rocks because of the quick and expeditious low ground movement from your natural to here, as opposed to here, because though this is short air, this is such a hike. If we follow this all the way, let's follow it, starting here, guys. Home! That is such a long walk, so very, very hard to defend if you don't have the proper amount of units in the right amount, so definitely difficult to defend compared to straight over here. Just gotta take out these rocks, which is, you know, minorly annoying, but it's worth it in the end, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens if that's what any of them grab. It looks like he's gonna be going down here. Is he gonna be grabbing? Yeah, it looks like he's moving to grab expansion first. So hatch first before a pool, so, and he's not able to block it. He's going to see that just as it drops, so he's going to be going for a very macro-based build. Down here, we do have dropping a forge, so perhaps we'll see a forge expand. Yeah, it looks like he's moving his probe. I saw the little clicky thing there, so let's look at the probe down here. We're going to do some sort of forge expand build. Again, like I said, not completely uncommon at all to do this kind of build on this map because it's so good, gigantic. You're able to get away with it very, very easily. So we'll see what happens there. Who's going to end off being in a better situation? Last time, EGidra was allowed to macro up in the second game, and it really paid off for him. He really just dominated Minigun with the amount of troops he had. So that may be the same thing as its army size if he's allowed to macro up and grab as many bases as he wants. So we'll see if ROOTMinigun stops that at all. And it looks like EGidra's going to be a little bit on the supply block. I mean, yeah, Minigun is going to be a little on the supply block side, and so is EGidra. But Minigun is going to be grabbing that pylon very quickly, and his overlord's on the way as well. So they are mildly, both ever so mildly supply blocked, but not too bad. And we are doing a small transfer going on over here. Is this probe going to get away? Who knows? It's really getting all it needs to see. Not much going on. Just dropping the spawning pool. Very standard timing for a hatch first build, so he's not catching anything super awesome or super suspicious. Down here, the Overlord's just scouting around, and this probe is going to get away very, very quickly. And this drone just scouting away as well. So not a very action-packed, exciting opening, and both going for very macro-based builds, as you can see. We are dropping a cannon here. Definitely necessary for Forge Forge Expand build because of the lack of troops. You're going to be spending so much money on grabbing that second Nexus. You're not going to have the money to grab much else other than maybe a Zealot or two, if that at all. He went Nexus first before Gateway, so yeah, definitely needs those cannons up because not able to do much. The Cyber Core is going to be dropping down a little on the late side. He is going to see that Forge, knowing that there's going to be an expansion there. So he pops on out. So again, he can attempt to punish him, or he can attempt to grab a quick third. So we'll see what happens there. He's going to drop in that Zealot out. That cannon is going to be doing what's necessary since it quickly wipes away Zerglings. So we got these Zerglings dropping out over here. Is he going to start taking out those rocks? Maybe. No, he's just scouting around for proxy pylons right now, which is smart. And if we look, he's dropping a proxy pylon down here in the low ground. So, and he is gonna look. What is he doing with this drone over here? What is going on over here? Is he gonna be grabbing an expansion, or is he scouting? A is grabbing a third in a weird spot, and the pylon did see that, so maybe he's expecting it, or now he's gonna, maybe he just knows. That's interesting to see. He's gonna quickly take out this pylon so he can't warp in any unit to top that third dropping. So very interesting play. Surprised he went this far down as opposed to just take out the rocks here with some Zerglings. Very, very bizarre to grab this third, but EGidra maybe wants a secret third. I mean, who could blame him? I left secrets. We all have secrets. What are you gonna do? You can't. No, you can't know my secret. It's my secret, and if I tell you, it's no longer a secret. So, moving these Zerglings down here to kind of do poking and prodding, seeing. There's probably poke up the front of the ramp to see what's going on with ROOTMinigun and if he's got anything exciting happening right now. And as far as I'm concerned, it's very standard. He's got both gas up and running at this point. 3 harvesters in each. poke it up here. He's got a Zealot blocking off this wall with a Sentry to drop, if necessary, any force fields, and another Photon Cannon dropping this little nook right here, which I like. Will really take care of those Zerglings if they attempt to push by at all. And the Overlord's got to poke in here and see what's going on here at the 7-minute mark, which is smart because it takes that long to get over here since Overlords are god-awful slow and this map is so god-awful huge. So he's got to see what he needs to see. There's a couple gateways dropping down. He already knows that there's going to be a gateway and a couple cannons up here, losing a Zergling to it. It actually looks like he has him on hold position, and now he's moving him out, but losing a Zergling in the process, which is not a big deal. This hatch has popped now. So, interesting to see that he's grabbing the stern. I'm still baffled by the stern. I actually like it. I like the secret. I've never really seen EGidra do anything sneaky like this. The question is, I wonder if ROOTMinigun knows, because he did see that drone go over here, so I'm curious if he expects a third already at this point. And if he does anything to respond to it. He doesn't seem like he cares, or if he knows, it doesn't seem like he is doing anything about it at all. Warp Gate finally finishing up. He is chrono boosting at the level 1 grounds weapon, so he will have a small advantage as his level 1 air attack with those roaches is coming right now. It looks like he's got a bunch of roaches on the way, 3 roaches on the way right now. Twilight Council dropping, so maybe some more Blink Stalkers. Wouldn't be surprising if we saw some more Blink Stalker play as it worked out. Blink Stalkers are so good. Let's hope he doesn't grab 2 Twilight Councils like he did last time, because that really bit him in the ass. And I doubt we'll see any Dark Templar this time, as it just didn't work out too well. There's Blink dropping down right now with the Robo Bay, so much more standard going that Robo Bay. Probably going for a very early Colossus. Just, you know, very, very standard play from ROOTMinigun, which is always good. You always want to have your standard and your cores down, your core builds down before you worry about anything tricky or tricksy or cute or anything like that. So very standard from ROOTMinigun, which is fine. And he's doing some more poking with those speed links just to see what's got. A lot of sentries up there, so he's got to know that he's going for some sort of crazy tech. If at this game point in the time, like the 10-minute mark, you're seeing a lot of sentries, typically that means he's going something weird and techy. Not necessarily weird, but more techy, heavy. So expecting him to be doing some sort of upgrade. So as you can see right now, he does have Blink and level 1 weapons going down, but he's not spending those minerals on heavy beastie units like the Stalkers. They did warp in 3 now. 6 sentries are just a lot of sentries to have at this point in the game. And again, with Minigun, his force field placement though, that is just, they've been so good to him. Even last game, even though he lost, it was, the force field placement was freaking god amazing. It was just so good. And it looks like he's going for heavy roach play. 16 roaches on the way, on top of the amount he has right here, which is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 roaches here with 16 more on the way, and they are going to be gathering up, so he's going to be going for a very early push. EGidra is very far ahead in the food count, 133 to 94. That third base is paying off for him at this point, and it looks like he's got going to be confronting him right now as they are moving on up with a few Stalkers, and here come the sentries and the rest of the Stalkers. And he's going to be dropping a proxy pylon here, so it looks like we're going to have an encounter coming up very, very shortly. Is this going to be enough with those great force field placement? This could be put off, but I like the split by EGidra, knowing that the force fields are coming. And here they all dropping down, really narrowing down with the Guardian Shield dropping as well. Is he going to be able to hold this off? Great force field placement of Minigun, really stopping those roaches from doing anything, narrowing the choke, and they're cutting off the choke, so quickly killing these off. This is, though, EGidra is quickly replenishing with 14, 15 more roaches on the way, pulling back. Needs to get into that open ground, especially with that many force fields. Needs to pull out of this open ground because ramps like that are just detrimental and deadly to Zerg, and he needs to pull back again because the force fields are just so well placed right now, cutting that roach army up, forcing them back, not allowing any of them doing and trapping enough where he can get them killed. And he is warping in a bunch more Stalkers, and EGidra is quickly pulling in with 4 more roaches, a bunch more Zerglings, but the food differential is quickly evening, 103 to 118. Is this going to be enough? Is EGidra able to hold this off? Those force fields are so clutch and so good that ROOTMinigun may be able to hold off this attack. Is it going to be enough at all? All these roaches are going away, and EGidra quits the game, losing that game. Oh man, those force fields. If you can see, the food's still even, but they're probably all, if we take a look up here, what did he have up here? A bunch of Overlords. They were all drones at this point because of the 3 bases. Yeah, he didn't have much army to go for, and ROOTMinigun making a good solid push there. So EGidra, the micro of those roaches, I don't know if it was bad micro or great force field placement. I think it might have been a combination of the two. His micro, I don't say was terrible, but ROOTMinigun's force field placement was freaking crisp and perfect. So ROOTMinigun taking that series 2-1. Awesome game. I'm glad I was able to cast it. EGidra, I wish you would say GG every once in a while, but I still love you. You're still awesome. And I will see you guys next cast. I do have a Mathis versus the Ladder coming up in a few. I might even have 2 depending on if I want to put up one of the games up there. So thanks guys so much. Please, please, please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next cast.